name's Jackie Cooper. Welcome to How to Write for Maximum Return on Investment. Today I'm going to be reviewing David Ogilvy's book, Ogilvy on Advertising, and we're going to be talking about how to send large files easily and free over the internet, and I'm going to be discussing what's better, short or long copy. Thanks again for joining me. Now let's get started. In advertising, marketing, copywriting, or any of the related fields for any length of time, you probably have heard of David Ogilvy. David Ogilvy is considered one of the fathers of modern direct marketing, direct advertising, and in his book, Ogilvy on Advertising, he goes through many of the real basic things with his own particular spin on them, which is really, really worthwhile. If you are running your business and you just simply want some insights on how to craft your own messages for maximum impact, once again, this is an excellent reference material. I'd highly recommend this book for your reference library. David Ogilvy's got a really amusing style as he writes, and as you read through the book and you look at the different examples, you really feel as if he is sitting opposite you, mentoring you. Once again, this book is by David Ogilvy. It's called Ogilvy on Advertising, and if you'd like the publisher details, etc., you are welcome to email me. Send me an email, jackie@jackiecooperwriter.com, and I'll be very happy to give you all the details that I have. If you're running a business in today's technological climate, more than likely you've had occasions where you've had to send large files over the internet, and you probably know what a pain this can be. Usually people that do this on a regular basis set up something called an FTP site where files can be uploaded and downloaded very easily, but for most of us that's just way beyond what we want to invest in terms of time and expertise. However, there is a really, really easy and free way to do this over the internet. If you go to a site called www.yousendit.com, that's yousendit.com, you'll find that they offer a free service, and it's really easy. All you have to do is browse your computer for the file that you want to send, attach it, and put in the email address that you want it to go to, and hit send, and that's pretty much it. The person on the other side will receive an email with a link telling them where they can go to download the file. Yousendit.com has two services. One is a free service, and you can send one file at a time up to the size of 100 megs. If you want to send larger files, you would need to subscribe to their premium service, but for most files you can get away with their free service. Today is from John from Arkansas, and John wants to know what's better, short or long copy. Well, hi John, and thanks very much for your question. You know what, that is a really great question. It is one that has had the experts debating for years and years, and probably will continue on debating for many more years to come. In my opinion, basically it really depends. Short copy, long copy, both of them can work, and it really depends upon what you are selling, who you are selling it to, and also the key thing is whether it's interesting. Now, anybody who's not interested in what you're selling, they're not going to read your copy whether it's short or whether it's long. But if they're interested in what you're selling, if you make your copy interesting, they will read it whether it's short or long. Now, some of the keys to ensure that people really do read your body copy is, first of all, to make sure that you have a great headline. David Ogilvy, in his book Ogilvy on Advertising, actually says that only about 5% of people that are reading anything read the headline, and then only about 5% of those go on to read the body copy. Now, what this means is that your headline really has to be an ad for whatever it is that you are selling. So basically what you do is, in your headline, you promise a major benefit. You use really strong words like how to, discover, secret, amazing, words that will capture people's attention and draw them in through curiosity or through making some kind of a promise that they're going to discover what it is that you're talking about through the body copy. The second thing that you want to ensure is that your copy is interesting. As I've said, you don't want to be going on and on and on. You want to write it from your customer's perspective and directly answer the particular need and deliver on the promise that you've made in the headline. One of the ways that you can do this is by writing subheadlines throughout the copy. That way, by using subheadlines, you can do two things. You can keep drawing the reader's eye through the copy, and for those people that don't read in detail and just like to scan, if you conduct your headlines in a particular format so that looking from the main headline through all the subheadlines, you get the gist of the story by the time that you've gone right through to the last headline. So in other words, each subheadline will actually tell a major point in the story. That way you can be sure to get your message across whether they actually read every word of the copy or not. So John, I hope that that has helped you decide whether to use long or short copy. Once again, it really depends upon who you're talking to, what the subject is, and what it is that you're trying to sell. And now for our final words of wisdom. Whatever business you're involved in, if you do it with a mindset of helping your customer, helping them to achieve what they need to achieve, you'll always find more success than if your sole motivation is just simply to make money. Thanks again for joining me on today's episode of How to Write for Maximum Return on Investment. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.